Hello everyone out there, my name is Brian Hull, and I've been going to Emmanuel for about 6.5 years. I've been involved in a lot of different areas, from music. I've been in the choir and the praise team. I've used to work in the middle school ministries. I now help out with children's ministries. I usually help out with VBS, Imagine, whatever other big event we're doing at the church. I'm usually involved in some form or fashion. So what do? I am a voice actor and YouTuber. I know that's the kind of thing you hear and expect to see someone who never left his parents' basement, but I live halfway across the country from my parents, so I must have done something right. So how did I decide to do this? Well, I think it kind of chose me. I'd always loved doing impressions, doing voices, and I'd always loved creating videos, but it was all for me, you know, or for friends and family. I never expected to be doing this professionally. And so much so, I was actually going to school to go into vocational ministry. I was working for a music degree, planning on taking that to a church setting. And then I accidentally went viral. And God kind of used that to point me in that direction, going, no, I want you to go there. And yeah, especially after I had Hollywood agents and Disney and DreamWorks and a lot of other people from out here contacting me saying, why aren't you like doing this all the time? I kind of looked at God and said, okay, I guess you know best, because you made all this happen, so let's give it a shot. And I've been doing it ever since. And what was my journey for getting here? It was, it's been a crazy, weird road, and to be honest, it's not anywhere close to done yet. So I expect there's going to be some crazier stories the older I get. Going viral was filled with so much more heartache than I anticipated it to have. You know, at the time all this happened, I was not only going in a direction, but was actually really excited about the prospect of working in a church and doing all that and doing music for them. It's what I'd been training to do for so long at school, that when all this happened, I was kind of like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I've been working for this. Why am I going to go to voice acting when I'm doing this? I was had a lot of wrestling with God, because on one hand, it seems so selfish, because I was planning on going down the vocational ministry route to help people, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be going to do YouTube and voices. I know that that comes with a level of fame, and that felt so self-serving. But God has showed me throughout this entire process that His hand really is in it, and He is using this for His glory. And, you know, there was just a lot of pain and struggles of like trying to get started and moving to a state where I knew nobody. And, you know, there was a lot of depression, and there was a lot of problems with that, a lot of anxiety, and then especially throw a pandemic on top of that. Ooh, that was a fun year. But no, God's done so much through it that I'm thrilled to take the good with the bad. And there's been some great moments and some terrible moments. But, you know, I wouldn't trade this experience for anything else in the world. And in what ways have I seen God glorified? I've seen Him glorified in so many ways I never expected. But one of the biggest ones is when I have people who come up and say what an impact that I've had on them. And that always takes me by surprise, because I just see what I do on YouTube as it's fluff. It's just me being ridiculous. I'm doing cartoon voices, just being an overall dork, you know, nothing crazy. But then to have people come up and to my face tell me that they were planning to commit suicide until they saw one of my videos, and there was something about it that just compelled them to stop. And that is really shaking me to my core, that God can take something as irrelevant as talking like Mickey Mouse and use that to literally save people's lives. That boggles my mind. And this is not just one isolated incident. I've had many people tell me that, or I helped them somehow get through a bad depression, a bad breakup, bad anxiety. I can't explain it, but I've heard too many people tell me that my works affected them in that way, to not recognize that God is working through this to help other people. And that was one of the things God really showed me, is that if I were to gone to a church, yes, I could have helped people, but this way I'm reaching a whole audience that will probably never set foot in a church, and I'm able to be someone to look at who's in the church, who's trying his best to follow Jesus and can hopefully show him to a world that desperately needs him. So I hope you guys stay safe, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and remember, God can use you no matter what you do, as long as you're willing to hear him. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!